how to write the introduction section of an academic research paper. My name is Antony P from the University English Hub. Let's jump into my super clear steps on how to write the introduction section of your academic research paper. The overall structure of a research paper starts from broad and then becomes more specific. Let's look at the 3 steps you can take to move your research paper from broad to specific. Step 1. Establish a territory by demonstrating the relevance of your research paper topic. A territory of study is the specific area of research that a study focuses on. For example, cognitive behavioral therapy is a territory of study within the broader field of clinical mental health counseling. Do this by providing a brief overview of the most relevant studies as a way to join the academic conversation. In this step, you will often read "recently" or "current research shows" or "findings indicate" to establish a territory. Often, this is where your annotated bibliography will come in handy. Example text. Being able to regulate one's mood in everyday life has many benefits, such as facilitating cognitive processes and enhancing psychological well-being. Research has shown that there is a relationship between mood and cognitive processes like attention information processing and judgment. Step 2. Establish a niche. In English, a niche is a gap that you focus on. Your research should identify a gap in the published research and fill that gap. This could be limitations, shortcomings, or contradictions that you have found in other research papers. This is where you state the problem statement for your research, the statement that clues the reader into how your research will contribute to the academic conversation from step 1. In this establish a niche step, you will often read phrases like, "However, little research shows." The key to this step is to think critically about the current situation. Remember to take care when explaining the details of how your research is different and fills a gap so that your audience can catch up and understand the topic as well as you do. Example text. Nevertheless, ergonomics and human factors research have been focusing on effectiveness and efficiency, largely disregarding the influence of effect. Hey guys, a quick mention about my company, Uni-edit English Editing. You can have your research paper edited professionally by a team of over 100 editors at Uni-edit to have the best chance at being accepted by an international journal. Visit the Uni-edit website link below for details and prices. Step 3. Occupy this niche by stating your research questions, or problems, or hypotheses, or objectives, and then give a brief rationale of methodologies. This step tells the reader specifically how you are going to contribute to the conversation. In this step, you will often read, "The purpose of this qualitative analysis is to," or "This research addresses the following questions." Example text. We hypothesize that if an individual first learns a special movement sequence and then performs it repeatedly, this may enable them to regulate their mood. Here are the example texts put together. Can you feel how following these steps move your writing in the introduction section of your research paper from broad to specific? Let's look at another introduction that utilizes this same structure. This paper by Jill et al. Is titled "The Emerging Role of Psilocybin and MDMA in the Treatment of Mental Illness." Step 1. Establish a territory. Mental illness has many different clinical manifestations and presentations. Generally, any mental health disorder is defined as a mental, emotional, or behavioral disorder with impairments observed in a person's thoughts, emotions, and/or behavior. Data from the 2017 National Survey on Drug Use and Health reported 46.1 million Americans were diagnosed with a mental illness and 19.8 million adults received mental health treatment. The growing prevalence of mental illness has been associated with significant social and economic costs. Indeed, the economic burden of mental illness is estimated to exceed over 1.8 trillion USD over the next 30 years. Step 2, establish a niche. However, current underlying etiology and pathophysiology of many mental illnesses remain unclear. Treatment resistance and poor treatment responses are prevalent issues for many mental health disorders. As such, patients fail to achieve societal and patient-desired outcomes. The need for treatments that improve patient-reported outcomes provides the impetus for developing novel treatments that provide multidimensional symptom relief. Step 3, occupy this niche. Herein, we will review the literature of psilocybin and MDMA-based psychotherapy for the treatment of psychiatric disorders, as well as the potential avenues for future research. Can you see how we went from broad to specific? Now you can write your introduction of your research paper with confidence. My name is Antony P from the University English Hub. If you enjoy this content, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section. I will read them and reply. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye!